Host, why are you giving these people that freedom to? Why do you want to be an assistant moderator? Could you mute your mic? Let me speak for God's sake. And host in a way.
You're not gonna stop. You're not gonna talk anything sensible. And South Africans, you can listen to him, but don't hear him. He's a Nigerian. You can listen to him, but don't hear him. He's a Nigerian. He comes from a shithole.
Find the Tilo and we cannot find. If you want to be accepted, please send an invite, guys.
All right, host.
I cannot find Victoria either.
Can you do me a favor, host, if you don't mind? I want it to be a very peaceful panel. I don't want people interjecting. In a way, I'll tell you, you're supposed to moderate. No, I'm being very serious right now. You're supposed to moderate and just be fair. You have to be fair on both sides. Okay, I'm going to play.
Do you want to continue with your submission?
Yeah, I want to continue my submission. Okay.
To be fair.
Thank you very much.
Just continue with it.
You see what I'm talking about?
Are you gonna vote for me?
Host, I want to show you something real quick. Hold on a minute. So we are talking about legal foreigners. So just watch this, everyone. This is Victoria. This is Victoria. That's Victoria. Look at Victoria. This is Victoria.
And this is my ID. And then give me the right. No, you don't have the right.
All right, that was Victoria. That man had his ID. He was seeking medical care. Now let's go to the South African Constitution real quick. I just want to show you something. Hold on, mute your mic. Mute your mic. I don't know you. I don't know you. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. I don't know you, Trevor.
Wait.
Mute your mic.
I was there. Let me correct you before you
Mr. Man, mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Let me correct you before you
don't correct me. Do not correct me. Mute your mic. Let me speak.
Sorry, Stana.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna be a bit tough here, right, Stana? The video that you had displayed is the video that belongs to Sir Trevor and Queen Victoria. So allow him to have a right of reply, please.
Let me correct you before you
wrap it up. Let me wrap it up before he speaks, if that's fine.
Okay, fine.
You're gonna let me lose my train of thought. Relax, my guy. Calm down. Now let's go to the.
Sorry, guys. We're gonna close this in about 10 minutes. So Sana, you wanna go, and then I'm gonna give Sir Trevor the closure.
I got you, no problem. All right, now let's talk about the South African. This is the South African Constitution, Section 27 of the South African Constitution, which is titled "The Right to Healthcare Services." The Section 27 states that everyone, you can see, I'm not just reading the stuff out of thin air. Everyone has the right to access healthcare services, including the following: healthcare services, sufficient food and water, social security, including assistance for those unable to support themselves. This is the South African Constitution that these guys are saying foreigners are not respecting. And now you find somebody that you actually gave your platform to, trying to stop people that actually have the documentation that actually gives them the right to live and reside in South Africa. This particular people, Trevor and the other one, Victoria, they've come here to give you one thing I know about this is they like to shout. The more they shout, the more they think they're making sense. How do you tell me that somebody is showing you his ID and telling you that I have this particular document gives me the right to access this particular healthcare sector, and you're telling me no, go back to your country, kwere. Does it make any sense? Now let's talk about the other one, because somebody said we're suffocating them. They are suffocating us in our country. They are suffocating us in our country. I want us to just make comparison real quick. Okay, here we go. Okay, you can see this. We want to talk about South Africans in the diaspora. In the United Kingdom, you have between 217 to 245,000 South Africans living in the United Kingdom as at 2021. In Australia, you have between 189 to 213,000 South Africans living in Australia. The list goes on and on. In the United States, is between 123 to 161,000 South Africans living in the United States. It goes on and on. So now you tell me, why are these guys saying they don't even want the legal immigrants in their country? Does it make any sense? It doesn't. Okay. You might be a South African, but you have to understand that we have to be logical here. Trevor, mute your mic. I don't know you. You have to be logical. You're not emotional.
I don't know
Maji,
you
mute your mic, man. Relax. I don't know you. Chill, my guy. Hold on. We have to be logical, not emotions. Emotions does not rule the world. We have to come with scientific facts here. If you and your people are leaving your country and traveling in the thousands, what makes you think that just because you feel like you're not getting what you deserve in your country, of which you're supposed to do better? If you don't have a job, have you drafted a CV? Do you have the skill sets to make somebody say, I think you're employable, come and work for me? These guys don't have the skill sets. Most of them that are shouting, these guys are taking a job. They just go online making unnecessary noise. Victoria used to be like one guy they call McKinsey. Is it McKinsey? That shouted and shouted until he was given the chance to sit in
actually her president, idiot. That's her president.
Mute your mic.
That is her president.
Sorry,
she is the PA. That is her president.
Hi, sorry guys. Sorry,
can you tell?
Can we just have one person on here?
Thank you very much. Now, the point is, there used to be a guy called McKinsey. This guy shouted and shouted using Nigeria too.
Host, can you just help him now? No, can you help him and tell him that is her president?
We will deal with him afterwards. Let him talk and then we'll respond to him afterwards.
Sibogile, can you relax, my love? Relax. You know I know you.
I'm Sibongile, not
I know you now. I know you, my love. Calm down. Now, the point is...
Sorry, Jesus. Sorry, guys. One person on the panel.
Thank you.
Closing in 10 minutes.
Thank you. Now, the point I was trying to make here is these people are in this struggle for their personal gain. That was how McKinsey was looking for how to get into the office until they gave him that right. They gave him that seat. Now, it doesn't say shit. It's just quiet as a mouse. The same thing applies to this Trevor. Trevor, go and get a job. Victoria, you are almost approaching menopause. You better go and sit down and, think about your life. Don't come here and start making noise and disturbing us. And by the way, hold on. Why is Victoria? Hold on, mute your mic. You do not mute your mic. You do not mute your mic.
In South Africa, women are respected. Women have rights. Women are leadership. We cannot allow the disrespect of women.
Mute your mic. Nobody's disrespecting anybody. You called me.
No, I agree. He can be allowed to speak, but he cannot disrespect a woman.
Dudula, mute your mic.
We have women in leadership in this country. He cannot disrespect a woman.
I said mute your mic. Mute your mic. Let me talk. Relax.
No, we cannot allow the disrespect of women in South Africa. We cannot allow that.
Can you mute that for me?
That will not be allowed.
Could you please tell her to mute? Please mute her.
Leadership position. She will not be disrespected under our watch.
Mute your mic. Mute your mic.
Victoria be protected. She was invited on this panel. She will not collect insults.
Sorry, guys. I need to say my truth.
Victoria will not collect insults because she's not here to protect herself. She will not collect insults in her absentia.
Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting?
Just shut up.
Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting, my love?
Victoria will not be
Can I just wrap up real quick? Can I just wrap up real quick? Hey, don't speak that bush language here. Don't speak that bush language here. This is an international panel.
Astana, please respect the languages of South Africa, please.
Okay. I just want them to speak English, though. I don't understand what he's saying. I don't know what probably he's insulting me.
Sorry, guys. I'm just going to mute. Sorry. You know what? If you're not going to behave, I'm going to take you off the panel.
Thank you.
All right. What I'm saying is that don't call our South African language bush languages because it's not. It's a language that's recognized in South Africa. Number 2, make your point. And then once you've made your point, I'm going to give the closing to Sir Trevor to close because this is actually his interview. So I'm going to give you a minute to close. And then I'm going to hand over to Sir Trevor, please. That's it.
Okay. Makes more sense that way.
And then when you're making your submissions, let's not insult anyone. Thank you.
No. I promise you I'm not going to insult somebody, never. I just wanted to say something. I would actually want you to please pass this message to Victoria. Let her remove Africa from her name. She's not Victoria Africa. She should be Victoria South Africa because she does not want to associate with Africa. That's number 1. Number 2, Sibogile. We've been back and forth for over a year now. Sugar pie, hold on. He's saying F me. He's saying F me. He's saying protect me. He's saying F me. Can you imagine? She's insulting me and telling me F me. Host, what are you going to do
I'm
now?
insulting you for
She's telling me
can
her
I
name.
ask you just to make your submissions? I'm going to give you like half a minute. Make your submission, and then we're done. And then I'm going to give you.
Okay. This is what I'm going to sign out with. Dudulas, you can cry. Not South Africans, because I know they're reasonable South Africans. Dudulas, you can cry from now to thy kingdom come. I will come to South Africa. We are going to eat pap and chicken feet together. There is nothing you guys can do. You can cry for all we care. We will come there. We will pay the visa fee as long as we pay.
Please shut this man up?
Hey, my guy, shut up.
Can you please
as
shut
long
me
as
Trevor, shut up. As long as we are tired of him. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Let me start by saying this. Let me start by saying this.
Trevor, as Geek's host, apparently Victoria Jacinta is in the chat. Are you able to see her? I'm seeing comments asking you to bring her up, Jacinta.
Yeah, so just a quick one because I have to go. First and foremost, thank you so much for holding this space. Very important and informative. Because it has also provided us with an opportunity to dispel all the lies, because right now TikTok and other social media platforms are buzzing with foreigners hosting spaces about South Africa, but they are not interested in hearing what South Africans have to say. So Jacinta, thank you so much, my sister, for speaking the truth. Those with ears will have heard you, and we appreciate you as a country. I want you to know that, and we are fully behind you. We will defend our country at any cost. But lastly, because this is very dangerous, it needs to be addressed, host, the point about our constitution that was raised by the Nigerian alien that was here.
Yeah.
So, and it's very misleading. The notion that South Africa's healthcare is meant for the whole continent needs to be addressed. So when you look at Section 27 and you look at subsection 1, which he was quoting, it says that everyone has the right to have access to healthcare services, right? However, if you look at Section 27, subsection 2 of the same act, it actually states that the state must take reasonable legislative and other measures within available resources, yes, to progressively realize this right, which means the state has no obligation, because when it says within available resources, we know that, listen, when a hospital is built, for instance, or a public clinic, there's a study that goes into it, right, to look at the community, the size of the community, and research that goes into it. So it is built to satisfy the needs of that particular locality. So you cannot then add additional recipients of the system will crash. And what's going to happen, as it always does, the locals will end up queuing longer in queues. Our grandmothers can't get access to medication because now you have aliens and women from all over the continent giving birth. And we know that they give birth, like rabbits. They are pregnant every other week, disadvantaging the locals. So it has to be within available resources. And that's what we're trying to tell them. But lastly, host, the irony about this is, the energy to come and quote the South African Constitution when his country is in a shambles is truly just like amazing to me. Boko Haram has been taking the lives of Nigerians in the most gruesome ways
for the
possible.
longest time.
Yeah, for over 20 years now. Their soldiers are also being unalived by the same issue. And this continent is obviously anti-South Africa now, full of anti-South Africa savages who supposedly care about the lives of black people, is quiet about what Nigeria is doing. It took the United States of America to take military action in that country in order to intervene because the situation is so dire. Where are they? Where are these Pan-Africanists? Where were you recently when the South African Defense Force went on a peacekeeping mission in the Congo facing over 100, armed militias? Where were you? Where were you recently when, Nigerian men went on a raping spree in Delta State, randomly molesting women, calling it Ozoro Festival? You care about the lives of black people and black women, right? Where were you? You only have this energy for South Africa. You guys should be grateful to us as South Africans, because for the longest time you've been preaching Pan-Africanism and African unity. So we have finally united you, because now you are united in your desperation to be foreigners in South Africa. And that has made you bitter and resentful towards South Africa, united in low IQ points and poverty, crying to be foreigners here. You should be grateful to us. There's another terrorist group in Nigeria called ISWAP Host. It just kidnapped more than 400 children. I'm talking about 3 weeks ago in that zoological republic called Nigeria, and they're demanding ransom from the federal government of Nigeria. Absolutely. So that's exactly the point. You'll never see Stana and other citizens of that zoological republic talking about it. Nigeria is not a country.
And I don't think, and Trevor is not wrong, and neither is Victoria not wrong by saying, go home and fix your country, because your country also needs fixing. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. I mean, Jacinta's been doing a great job, and South Africans are just saying we want to be heard, and we want our communities for ourselves. We want our jobs for ourselves. We are South Africans. We've been left out in the cold. Our youth are suffering. It's almost every South African that's suffering here, because the job market is taken over by foreigners.